Ok, on va commencer.
What being loyal does to be
Hmm?
loyal.
What being loyal means to be. On va commencer.
Flirting, dating. On peut parler de ça, mais je sais rien dire correct.
No, we're just talking about FE today.
Okay.
Hey guys!
Hey guys.
Today, it's all about FE, extroverted feeling.
Yes.
For as a dominant function versus as an auxiliary function. So we're just gonna talk about like the main differences, and maybe this can help you how to recognize if a person is an ENFJ or an INFJ by the place the FE has.
Yeah.
And the place of a function really determines a lot. Like, it's not going to be the same kind of FE if it's dominant, and it's not going to express itself in the same way if it was auxiliary, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think
So as a
does,
dominant, the main thing that as a dominant, well, we can say, but it's that it's a default
yeah,
state.
it's just basically how you're gonna process the information, you know, like it's gonna be this function who's gonna, you know, first collect the information
Judging
and
with the
judge, you know. Yeah, so for me, for example, FE is my dominant function, so I will process the information and analyze information based on my emotion first, and then I will call my auxiliary function, which is NI, and for her is
yeah, I think we talked about that, like simple basic terms in one other video, you know.
Yeah,
but now we wanted to like go kind of mostly explaining the differences in terms of like FE manifestation, you know. So like for example, since for you it's dominant, it's like a comfortable place to like, it comes naturally to seek harmony. Yeah, you know, it comes very like, it is not even questionable.
Yeah, I don't even realize, you know, when I'm in a situation, I just read the room, and I just like I have this kind of harmony in me. Like, I don't know how to explain, but it's just like you can read the room, you can feel what other people are feeling, and you can definitely sense the vibe as well. And so it's all about harmony for us as ENFJ. It's very, very important and essential. I mean, if you're a real ENFJ, you're gonna definitely
I have a question though.
Experience that.
But how do you feel FE if there's nobody in the room? Like, if there's no people to like direct your feel FE towards, like when you're alone in the room, does that manifest, or are you like actually in your intuition mode when you're alone?
It depends, but I would say when you're alone, I mean, the FE will definitely we show it by, you know, listening to music. Like, we're doing those kind of activities that are, I feel like, based on FE, you know, like watching things, and yeah, definitely. So when I'm mostly doing, I tend to do activities sometimes based on my emotions.
What you feel like doing,
what I feel like doing. So when I'm sad, or I don't know, like a bit moody, I would maybe listen to some music as well. I can definitely see it also in with the type of music that I listen to. You know, when I'm kind of moody, I'm listening to a specific type of music than when I'm happy. So, you know, you always base on, it's always about how you feel in the moment. And so that,
I feel like also it's like the things that you do, it's like serving what you're feeling. For example, if you don't feel like, you feel like eating pasta,
that's a thing.
It's like you don't care if there's other things in the fridge, like expiring, because you're gonna make your cake, or because that's what you want on the spot.
But I would say that that's only when I'm in my shadow mode. So that would usually we can be very picky in terms of food, very like, you know, like healthy. I'm really kind of in healthy food in general, but I feel like when I'm, you know, I'm kind of emotionally not okay, or there's something in my head. I'm stressed. When I'm stressed, or there's kind of, I feel like my harmony is being disrupted, and I start to don't care about things that normally I do, like food. I start to eat like like pasta and stuff, so I don't really care about those things anymore. Like the gym, like do some sport as well. Like when I'm emotionally, I feel like I'm in harmony. I tend to do that.
I was going to say that FESE, gym and food is actually not the topic of it's extroverted sensing.
Yeah.
So it can be combined with feelings, what you feel like doing, but in itself it's like the combination of extroverted sensing and extroverted feeling makes you that. But it's mostly like basically as a dominant, you're also, let's say, not irritated. We were talking about being irritated when there's people, if there are people around you and you focus on them. Do you get like over, like you have enough of it, or it feels like a natural state
what do you mean when
I
don't?
We were talking about like for me I can't focus if there's another person in the room.
Yeah, I don't know why she can't. Like that's very kind of like something weird for me.
I think it's because it's not dominant, and that's, I was trying to link that. I think because it's not dominant, and you can focus if I'm in the room.
Yes, I can.
You're comfortable with feeling other people's feelings.
Oh, the
thing. I'm not. I can feel your feelings, but I'm not comfortable with it
because it's not your dominant function. It's still
so
like.
I was trying to link those two.
Okay. So yeah. Yeah, because like for me, like definitely when I'm in this situation and she's there and we're in the same kind of space, I don't mind having her staying like for hours and stuff, because I quite enjoy that, like feeling all the people and those little details, and I would see like how I know how she feels, like I can see her emotions based on, it's that kind of energy thing. I can sense her energy if she's irritated or she's happy and stuff. And
whereas INFJs, they actually, as auxiliary, now let's talk about auxiliary, they can feel somebody else's emotions, but like it affects them in the sense that they can't like access introverted intuition or NI or like focus on what matters if there's another person with vibes around them, whether it's negative vibes or positive vibes, whatever, because we're unconsciously gonna draw our attention towards those feelings. It's gonna affect us even unconsciously. So that's why it's hard for me to like do my own stuff, like editing or like doing research, if there's another person.
Yeah, she needs to tell me like Leila, leave me alone at a point. Like she needs a space, there's a moment where she needs to be like alone by herself. And for us ENFJ, like again, we don't mind. I can stay alone, but I tend to maybe enjoy more when I'm around people. It depends, but we just like, it's not a problem for us. Like definitely people can be in our space, we can do other things, like
and regarding harmony, actually there's two more things to tackle regarding harmony. I feel like because FE is all about harmony, whatever the place it is. So when it's dominant, of course, it's predominant. When it's auxiliary, harmony is like, it's important, but it's not like, let's say, I noticed that INFJs do seek harmony, but differently than ENFJs. Like, for example, for me, harmony includes helping the other person be their best version and constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's actually going to lead long term in the future to harmony, even if not in the present. It's not leading, it may create conflicts and stuff, but in the future it will help the person become better. So in that sense, I think we have harmony perceived differently.
Yeah, it's
and for you, it's more like in the moment.
Yeah, for us, like it's in the moment. It's like it's pleasing the other, is doing something for the other at the moment that we feel like it's gonna help the person.
But for us, NI dominant is introverted intuition forecasts and sees ahead. So it's obviously its first introverted intuition foresee ahead, and then create harmony for the ahead, to serve, because the secondary function is serving the first function. So for you, it's introverted intuition, like thinking things through. It's serving your feelings, basically. I don't know exactly how that.
What do you mean, like serving?
It's like inspiring your FE, basically. Thinking about stuff, gathering information, and organizing concepts and stuff. It's gonna inspire and help you be creative with your FE. Like use it for a purpose, you know.
And why would you say it's for you?
For me, it's like I first gather all that. I have all that concepts already here. That's why I remember everything. You know, when you say that, I remember all the details, because NI is dominant, and I remember those concepts and details, and then I filter them to create harmony in the future.
Okay. So you feel like, so I feel like how you create your harmony is based on previous patterns or things that you feel like is gonna maybe the person is lacking there, or you feel like you can improve. I feel like that's why I feel like she can be a good counselor or like therapist or something, because like she has this natural kind of reading people and always wanting to improve what she feel like needs to be done. So she will like definitely like analyze thing on the other, and then she will like after that like
it's never in ourselves, because we don't have FI, so it's never looking within. It's automatically like looking others, like to enhance their lives and stuff like that. But another thing was that,
so that's kind of selfless. So that's a selfless way.
I will do a separate video on FE overuse for INFJs, which creates codependency. And when you have all those feelings, and it manifests in relationships sometimes, and it can be seen, you like overgive, and it can be seen as like fake or superficial, or why you're doing this, like you're only doing this to gain something in return. But that's like the most hurtful thing you can say to an INFJ, because they don't realize it, but they give it for you, not necessarily to gain something in return, you know. And that's why I feel like FE overuse can be damaging, but I'll do a separate video on that.
On INFJ, or you
only INFJ? Oh, but that was I'll put the link here.
It's gonna be there.
And what boundaries? No. Wait, there was another thing about FE. The last thing about FE was that when it's auxiliary, it's creative. Because, for example, we don't have the same, how do you say that? My FE is helping me be creative and expressing myself.
I feel like when it's dominant, it's like you don't have a choice. You know, it's everywhere. It's in every aspect of your life. So it will be there. So you'll have to more like try to control it, make the best out of it, and also control it. I feel like it's about control as well. Like when you're aware of that, that's why I feel like it's very important to know your functions, because then you can like try to you can
give it structure by using the other functions also.
And then when it's auxiliary, it's more like because you can pick, you can choose whenever you want to use it. I feel like that's how I see auxiliaries. Like it's more like that's why in a sense you can be more free. It's like in terms of when it's your auxiliary function, because it's like you can choose whenever you want to use it, and you're not like stuck with it. That's how I see it in a way. So yeah,
but it's kind of autumn. There's stuff to say on that, but I should do my research. But what I wanted to mention is that creativity is expressed differently, maybe because, for example, like
But I wouldn't say it's based on only FE. I would say
No,
it's a mix of all
the second place is creative. For you is NI.
So you feel like creativity is the auxiliary function?
Yeah, that's what
Really?
they say.
Okay.
So for you, it's an introvert intuition that enables you to be creative, come up with like solution and organize like your thoughts and come up with the revelations. And for us, it's like maybe the way we love one another, you know, can be more creative.
Oh yeah, in a way, because
the way
for
we
us
show
maybe
affection, or the way can be like out of the blue, somehow like rare, you know. We're gonna find ways to be creative with that. But FE is also all about not just showing affection but expressing yourself. YouTube, I'm on YouTube, I have blogs, and you know, like that's a way of expressing yourself through FE. And FE is also sharing what you want with another person, like, and that and it's because you have dominant, sometimes when you have good news you want to share it the same day.
It's
For
about
me, I can wait a little bit more because it's not dominant.
Yeah, because as you said, FE is about like expressing yourself, expressing how your emotions at the moment. So you can do it through various ways. You know, you can, like, for people it's painting. You know, I enjoy painting sometimes. You can sing. You can do find artistic ways to do it, to express it. But you also can just tell the person. It's also based on communication, you know. FE on communication, FE can be expressed has, how can I say, like it's very clear, like it's, I mean, that's
masculine.
It's a masculine, that's raw. What we saw, like
FI is feminine,
because we tell the truth. It's it's not
black on white, like here is how I feel,
this is how I feel, you know. There's no
other nothing, other everything. So.
Yeah, you know, there's no like
but no, painting and stuff, that's mostly extrovert intuition mixed with
but that's FE as well, because it's about expressing. If you don't have FE,
not everything, because I know artists and stuff, they usually have FI actually.
Really?
Except a few, but it's because it's inside and they express it with their sensing. Painting and everything that is manual work.
That's funny, because I do FI. Maybe for me it's more
musicians and stuff like usually have FI and E, but it's because it's expressing in the physical world, let's say, like.
But I mean, I enjoy doing those.
Yeah, but you know, it's maybe it demands. Yeah, but it's not as much in big quantity.
Yeah, in big quantity than artists, you know.
It demands sensory, like sensing things, like the 5 senses. Yeah, you know. The senses.
That's why maybe for ENFJ it's like
are artists, for example.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would say, because ENFJ are not. We're not artists, but we definitely enjoy from time to time to express ourselves through, painting, all the things.
So that was like the main differences between FE dominant and FE auxiliary. There may be more, and I'll come up with like a video only on FE dominant and only on FE auxiliary, but this was a sort of like comparison, you know.
Introduction.
To have more interaction on my channel. So thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll see you in the next video.